Helen, do you want to wait until the last second? You are driving me crazy right now. Hey everyone, Henry Yellow here, welcome back. Today we are going to watch The Day the Earth Stood Still, directed by Robert Wise. Yes, this is a 1951 movie starring Michael Rennie and Patricia Neal, not the 2008 one starring Keanu Reeves and Jennifer Connelly. This movie is based on a 1940 science fiction short story, Farewell to the Master by Harry Bates. And the film's score was composed by Bernard Herrmann. The movie is set during the Cold War, during the early stages of the nuclear arms race, and the storyline involves a humanoid alien visitor who comes to Earth, accompanied by a powerful robot, to deliver an important message that will affect the entire human race. The movie won the Golden Globe Award for Best Film Promoting International Understanding. I believe it got this award because it was actually released in 1951, which is also the early stages of the Cold War. From Out of Space, a warning and an ultimatum. All this alien, supposedly alien music. Ooh, sound of, I don't know what, a string vibrating. Ooh.
Holy mackerel.
Holy mackerel.
All headquarters. Holy Christmas, that thing's doing about 4,000.
That can't be aircraft. Must be a buzz bomb.
A buzz bomb?
4000 miles an hour.
That is very fast, isn't it? 4,000 miles an hour. Damn.
There's a large unidentified object circling the Earth at incredible speed.
Are UFOs a big thing yet at this time?
It's been tracked around the Earth by radar, traveling at a rate of 4,000 miles an hour.
Now, apparently news of this travels even faster. And of course, it chooses to land in America. There's an entire Earth for it to land, but it lands in America. The first thing we need to establish, are they hostile or do they come in peace? Oh, the tank drifted. Ooh.
Rumors of invading armies and mass destruction are based on hysteria and are absolutely false. The ship, designed for travel outside the Earth's atmosphere, we still do not know where it came from.
Probably from outer space?
Behind the police lines, there's a huge crowd of curiosity seekers. Every eye, every weapon is trained on the ship.
The alien is coming out. Okay, that's an interesting design. I mean, if they sent an army, I'd imagine there'll be more spaceships or a bigger spaceship. Do you speak English?
We have come to visit you in peace
Of course you
and
do.
with goodwill.
Bro, you guys are operating tanks. Why are you bringing up pistols? Whoa, come on. Trigger happy, man. With their technology, if they wanted to kill you guys, they could have just started with a huge area of effect. What, now they're scared? Oh, like a cyclops shooting out a laser. Oh, that's just a warning shot. He's trying not to kill anyone yet. Ooh, disintegrating ray. Okay. Okay, that's impressive. Oh, that's a powerful weapon, alright.
Doors! Declare to Roscoe!
It was a gift for your president. He could have studied life on the other planets.
Oh, he sure did his research. He knows we have a president.
Take him to Walter Reed Hospital right away.
Yes, sir. My name is Harley, secretary to the president. I've been told you speak our language. And that your name is Mr. Klaatu.
Klaatu.
Have you been traveling long?
About 5 months.
Oh, he's human. I mean, he looks human.
About 250 million of your miles.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Say what?
where it is you come from.
From another planet.
No, duh. Which planet?
I mean the reason for my coming here. It concerns all the people on your planet. I want to meet with representatives from all the nations of the Earth.
Okay, makes sense.
The time involved, the enormous distances.
The ongoing war.
Our world at the moment is full of tensions and suspicions.
We've been monitoring your radio broadcast for a good many years.
Ah,
That's how we learned your languages.
okay.
It concerns the existence of every last creature on Earth. I intend to explain to all the nations at the same time.
Well, nowadays, it probably would be much, much easier because we can do a Zoom call with globally.
The future of your planet is at stake. I urge that you transmit that message to the nations of the Earth. I'm not as cynical about Earth's people as you are.
I've been dealing in Earth's politics a good deal longer than you have.
If they do gather all the nations, though, they're going to need lots of translators.
Metallurgical experts have found his huge body impregnable. They're now concentrating on the ship itself.
Are you seriously trying to experiment on the robot that just disintegrated your weapons? Isn't that really bold of you to do so? And you're trying to tear down the ship? That is so bold of them now. Trying to damage Klaatu's property.
Tried everything from a blowtorch to a diamond drill. This is the toughest material I ever saw, General. For hardness and strength, it's out of this world.
Adamantium? Yeah, it is.
Liver, spleen, kidneys.
And the lungs are the same as ours. Must mean a similar atmosphere, similar pressure.
Correct.
He's 78.
Well, I don't believe it.
Cool.
Life expectancy is 130. He made me feel like a third-class witch doctor.
I mean, nowadays, a lot of people can live up to 100 and above.
He just examined the wound and it's completely healed. Said he put some salve on it, some stuff he had with him. I don't know whether to just get drunk or give up the practice of medicine.
Not very good news, I'm afraid. It'll be impossible for him to attend unless the meeting is held in Moscow. Representation could be sent only if the meeting were held in Washington.
I will not speak with any one nation or group of nations. I'm impatient with stupidity. My people have learned to live without it.
I'm afraid my people haven't. I'm very sorry.
Can't he use alien technology to transmit or broadcast this to the entire Earth?
Before making any decisions, I think I should get out among your people.
Under the circumstances, I'm afraid that's impossible.
Yeah, I doubt you could stop him even if you tried. Showing them the helmet doesn't help. Show his actual face so people can identify him.
He's not 8 feet tall as reported, nor does he have tentacles.
Tentacles.
He is a monster at large. Scientists have refused to speak officially on just which planet. Either Venus or Mars is the most likely possibility. They are the only 2 planets capable of sustaining life as we know it.
Though this man may be our bitter enemy, he could be also a newfound friend.
How is he an enemy?
Hey,
And do not show the man's face.
My name is Carpenter. I'm looking for a room.
Oh, I see.
I bet he's looking for the spaceman. Can I help you look for the spaceman? He's got a big square head with 3 great big eyes.
That's Bobby.
Very imaginative description.
You dear little boy, and quiet as a mouse.
Why, that is a mouse. Are you sure about that?
this creature, where is he? What is he up to? He must be tracked down like a wild animal. What measures can we take to neutralize this menace from another world?
His expression is just on point. Like, they call me a crazy monster.
He's got that robot standing there, 8 feet tall, just waiting for orders to destroy us.
We automatically assume he's a menace. Maybe he isn't at all.
Why doesn't he come out in the open?
Why would he need to?
Maybe he's afraid.
He's afraid.
He was shot the minute he landed here.
Okay, that's a good point.
Orient yourself in a strange environment.
There's nothing strange about Washington.
Not to you.
Well, if you want my opinion, he comes from right here on Earth. You know where I mean.
What? I don't know what you mean. Oh, does she mean that she suspects he comes from an enemy nation?
Well, there's only one thing. I haven't anyone to stay with Bobby.
I'd be happy to spend the day with him.
This is Tom Stevens.
How do you do, Mr. Carpenter?
Hello. Suppose I ask Bobby how he feels about it.
Oh, his dad was in the army. World War II, right? 39 to 45.
You see, they don't have any wars.
Gee, that's a good idea. Go to the movies.
All right. Do you have to have money to go there?
That's what I was thinking too. Like, he doesn't have money. How did he even rent the place out?
Do you think they'd accept these?
Oh, they'll accept it, all right.
They look like diamonds. I bet they're worth $1 million.
You give me your $2 for 2 of these.
That's a steal. Take it.
Okay.
$2 can't even get you to the cinemas.
Let's not say anything to Mom about this, though, huh? She doesn't like me to steal from people.
I wouldn't mind trading $2 for some diamonds. Abraham Lincoln.
He must have been a great man.
Oh, sure.
Bobby, who's the greatest man in America today?
Spaceman, I guess.
No, I was speaking of Earthmen.
Professor Barnhart, I guess. He's the greatest scientist in the whole world. Now can we go see the spaceship?
If you like.
I'd like to get inside that ship, see how it works. You think it can go faster than the F-86? About 1,000 miles an hour?
4,000 miles an hour.
I see a gentleman here with his little boy. Would you care to say a few words, Mr. Carpenter?
I am fearful when I see people substituting fear for reason. I would like...
Thank you, Mr. Carpenter. Thank you very much.
The media wouldn't want to interview people that they don't like the answers to.
What does inertia mean?
You gotta study physics.
Unless acted upon by external force.
Well, that is definition.
Let's go and see Professor Barnhart and find out how he talks.
I like you, Mr. Carpenter. You're a real screwball.
Screwball. Sounds like an insult. Lots of formulas there, don't even know what it means.
What's that stuff on the blackboard mean?
It's a problem in celestial mechanics.
Celestial mechanics?
Hey, where you going?
Okay. He has a way with locks.
What are you doing in here? How dare you write on that blackboard?
He came to see Professor Barnhart.
Well, he's not here, and he won't be back till this evening.
Harvard Street, 1412.
Would you give this to the professor? I wouldn't erase that. The professor needs it very badly.
Good thing he stopped her then. She was about to erase something very important.
Mr. Carpenter, come home yet?
Yeah, he's right inside.
I've been looking for you all afternoon.
It was a wonderful day,
You still haven't answered my question.
but I've got to think about it.
A good insurance salesman wouldn't give you time to think about it.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Mr. Brady's a government agent.
Better get going, Mr. Carpenter.
So they tracked him down.
Why did Mr. Carpenter have to go with Mr. Brady?
I don't know.
Do I have to go to school tomorrow?
Yes, of course, dear.
Gee, I was hoping I could go out with Mr. Carpenter again.
This is the man you wanted to see, Professor.
All you have to do now is to substitute this expression at this point.
Have you tested this theory?
I find it works well enough to get me from one planet to another.
That means it works well enough.
I am Klaatu. If you are not interested, or if you intend to turn me over to your army, we needn't waste any more time.
You may go now, Captain. Tell him that I know this gentleman. There are several thousand questions I'd like to ask you.
Just several thousand.
Your planet has discovered a rudimentary kind of atomic energy.
Nuclear.
One of your nations will apply atomic energy to spaceships. That will create a threat to the peace and security of other planets. I came here to warn you that by threatening danger, your planet faces danger. Very grave danger. What I have to say must be said to all concerned. Must I take drastic action in order to get a hearing?
They should have sent more than just Klaatu. Send a whole team of people.
Leveling New York City, perhaps? Or sinking the Rock of Gibraltar?
Whoa.
Would you be willing to meet with the group of scientists I'm calling together? It is not enough to have men of science.
You need men of authority and power. Yeah.
Suppose this group should reject your proposals.
In such a case, the planet Earth would have to be eliminated.
Eliminated?
I assure you, such power exists.
People who come to the meeting must be made to realize this.
Of course. Goes without saying.
Would such a demonstration be possible before the meeting?
What are you gonna do? Level New York?
It would affect the entire planet. I wouldn't want you to harm anybody.
Affect the entire planet?
Something dramatic, but not destructive.
I'd say turn the entire sky purple or red. That'll be dramatic, but not destructive.
Robbie?
This is the greatest manhunt.
Take your hand, Mr. Carpenter.
Take it. Oh, no thanks, Reed. No thanks. Everyone seems so...
Jittery is the word.
Robbie's the only person I know who isn't jittery.
He has his homework to keep him occupied.
Homework.
I don't like the way he's attached himself to you and Bobby. After all, what do you know about him?
Why did he need to get jealous? He's only been here a few days.
First find the common denominator, and then divide.
Thanks, Mr. Carpenter.
Go to bed now, darling. You can finish that in the morning.
Okay.
He didn't hesitate on it. Okay. Like, yes, I can stop doing homework now.
I think it would be better if we didn't see quite so much of Mr. Carpenter.
Gee, why, Mom?
Why?
He's my best friend.
I just think that he might prefer to be left alone, that's all.
Why would he want to be left alone?
Because Tom is jealous. Oh, he had a whole train set below his bed.
Bobby, your flashlight?
What do you need it for?
The light in my room went out. Another kind of train. Kind that doesn't need any tracks.
Really?
Really?
Train that doesn't need any tracks. Must be a magnetic train. Yeah, levitating, floating train. Oh, Bobby's breaking his curfew now. Well, security isn't so tight. Communicating with the robot through Morse code. You'd think they have a better way of communicating, like a remote control or something, so he doesn't have to get close to the robot. Well, the music scared me more than the thought of the robot bashing their heads together.
Moringa.
Only 2 guards stationed here. Clearly they're underestimating the spaceship. Oh, the spaceship is much bigger on the inside.
Imre Klaatu Barada.
Bobby, what are you doing up at this hour?
I followed Mr. Carpenter. And where do you think he went? Right into the spaceship.
Now, don't be frightened, darling. It was only a bad dream. Tom, will you ask Mr. Carpenter to come down for a minute?
Sure.
Now, you didn't really see a spaceship, but you thought you did.
He found a diamond, and he chooses to take it, even though it could belong to Mr. Carpenter.
He's not there, but look what I found in his room.
Well, Mr. Carpenter's got lots of diamonds. He gave me a couple of them. Gee, Mom, you think maybe he's a diamond smuggler?
Your shoes are soaking.
Yeah, grass was kind of wet.
Yeah, a moment ago he said that he was a spaceman, and then he suddenly said he's a diamond smuggler.
I'm at Bleeker's to get an appraisal on that diamond.
Can I talk to you later?
I saw Bobby this morning before he went to school. Did you believe what he told you?
What is it you want?
Perhaps I should be completely honest with you. What time is it?
Noon, it's lunchtime.
We shall be here for a little while. About 30 minutes.
Oh, did he send an electromagnetic EMP? All over the world, that's a huge range. Electromagnetic pulse. Okay, so it should affect all the cars, TVs. Oh, even the motorcycles? I thought he only said electricity. Considering that he only neutralized it and then 30 minutes later it can come back online, this is much more advanced than an EMP blast. Oh, even that? You know who's gonna get hit the worst? People who are halfway through surgery. Get halfway through surgery when, oh shit, the lights went out and like everything stops.
You should go out and see it for yourself.
Thanks. I am enjoying it right here. Does all this frighten you?
Yes, sir, it certainly does.
That's good, Hilda. I'm glad.
Now he sounds crazy.
Power's been cut off everywhere, with a few exceptions. Hospitals, planes in flight, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay, so those still work. Cool.
The president is prepared to declare a state of national emergency.
Did you call the electrician?
But the phone doesn't work either.
We'll call the phone company.
But the phone doesn't work.
But there are no diamonds like this any place in the world that I know of.
Then it wouldn't be called a diamond.
No thanks. I give you a very good price, like you know.
If it's not the same type of diamond on Earth, then how would you know its value?
If
this meeting should fail, then I'm afraid there is no hope.
Oh, he told her everything. Yeah, I did forget about planes. If planes stopped mid-flight, that would be disastrous.
There's someone else.
Who?
Tom. He was there last night when Bobby told me what he saw. I'll get in touch with him right away to make sure.
When it was discovered last night that the robot had moved, encasing him in a block of KL-93.
What's KL-93?
Plastic material stronger than steel.
Oh, okay.
We'll get him, alive if possible. But we must get him.
Basically, that means dead or alive. And they still won't reveal his actual face in the newspaper.
I'm so scared I can't sit still. I'd like to run someplace, but I don't know where to go. Bye now.
Helen, he's the man from the spaceship.
Promise me you won't say a word to anybody.
Are you crazy after what happened today?
Believe me, Tom, I know what I'm talking about.
He told you?
And you trust him?
Oh, don't be silly, honey, just because you like the guy.
Okay, now that's just jealousy.
I'd be the biggest man in the country.
Is that what you're thinking?
There's no reward for capturing him, though.
It isn't just you and Mr. Carpenter. The rest of the world is involved.
I don't care about the rest of the world.
You are also the rest of the world, Tom.
You wait and see. You're going to marry a big hero.
I'm not going to marry anybody.
Helen, I want to speak to the general.
I mean, whole Earth is at stake, and Tom, you are part of Earth. If Earth is destroyed, you get destroyed along with it. Maybe Helen should have opened with, if you expose him, you will die. Because I'm sure Tom cares about his own life.
Attention all units. Maintain station and remain on radio alert until further orders.
Oh, good thing they made it out in time.
Where's the meeting going to be?
At the ship.
At the ship? How are you gonna get past the soldiers?
They got in a taxi cab, went off down that street.
Thank you, son.
Oh, that kid is a tattletale.
Get license number and report.
Hey, that kid's a snitch. Well, they should hit the spaceship right away.
I'm worried about Gort. I'm afraid of what he might do. If anything should happen to me, he could destroy the Earth.
Oh, him alone? To destroy the Earth?
You must go to Gort. Say these words. Klaatu Barada Nikto. Please repeat that.
Klaatu Barada Nikto. Shit. The cap on my pen just flew off.
The target vehicle is turning west into Massachusetts Avenue.
All vehicles, close in.
Hey, what's going on here?
What? They just shoot right away? No question asked. Just shoot.
Get that message to Gort. Right away.
Yeah, assuming no one arrests Helen. So even a plastic that's harder than metal cannot contain Gort. Oh, these two unlucky soldiers are going to be the first casualties. Well, didn't even have a chance to scream. They just disappeared just like that. Yo, don't get too close, Helen. He could completely disintegrate you with one look. Helen, what you waiting for? Say it. Helen, if you do not want to die, say it. Don't scream! Say it! Helen, do you want to wait until the last second? You are driving me crazy right now. Oh, crap.
Klaatu Barada Nikto.
Oh, finally. Okay, she turned them off. Yo, I can clearly see the strings there. They are clear as day. So it isn't a deactivation code. Gort brought her into the spaceship. So are they gonna save Klaatu or not? Klaatu Barada Nikto might mean that I'm Klaatu's friend. So Gort doesn't...
He's dead, all right.
You know... Oh no, Gort is... Klaatu is dead. That's a powerful ray laser. Oh, it's possible that Klaatu didn't actually die. Maybe Gort can revive him.
I'm very sorry, but I have to ask you to call off this meeting.
But I had permission from the army.
Oh, he had permission. Wow, the fact that they could bring a dead Klaatu back to life shows how advanced their medicine technology is. Okay, yeah, Helen was Klaatu's chance at revival.
I thought you were.
Dead.
I was.
He has the power of life and death?
No. That power is reserved to the Almighty Spirit. This technique can restore life for a limited period.
How long?
That no one can tell.
The army people have asked us to leave. I can do nothing but suggest that we comply.
I am leaving soon. There must be security for all, or no one is secure. This does not mean giving up any freedom, except the freedom to act irresponsibly. For our policemen, we created a race of robots.
Oh, okay.
We have given them absolute power over us. This power cannot be revoked. The result is we live in peace, without arms or armies. We do not pretend to have achieved perfection, but we do have a system, and it works. Join us and live in peace, or pursue your present course and face obliteration. We shall be waiting for your answer.
Right, but how are they gonna give you the answer if you leave?
Gort Baringa.
He should have at least given them a method of contacting him once, you know, humans have made the decision. The end. So basically his mission was to come to Earth and give a warning to all the major representatives of Earth and tell them this message. That was it. He didn't even need an answer. He just needs to pass along this message, and then somehow they, I don't know, I don't even know how they're gonna give him the answer now that he's flown away. I feel like he would have saved so much time if he just broadcasted what he wanted to say on the news, or use a transmitting device to access every single communication device on Earth and then send this message. Or even if he wants to be a bit more crude, just visit every single nation and personally tell the president or the person in charge for every nation. Just tell them that if he really needs to meet them person to person, right? His spaceship can travel 4,000 miles an hour. Wait, was it 4,000 miles an hour or 4,000 miles per second? I don't know, but he could easily just travel around the world and inform everyone that needs to be informed. Klaatu said that they created a robot race, which in simple terms, I guess you could say they created AI. They created artificial intelligence to help them manage the peace. That is a feasible solution because they placed the policing responsibilities on the robot race, which is properly programmed, so they won't be corrupted or have any bias or stuff like that, at least. So yeah, it's definitely a feasible solution. They will keep the peace across the entire universe. What is the message this movie is trying to tell us? I think the message that was trying to send at the time is that if we proceed on this course to create this bigger, badder, more destructive weapons, you know, the nuclear or atomic power, blah, 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 then we are heading on a course towards destruction. Even if there are no other aliens or universe police to stop us, we will eventually cause our own destruction if we keep up with the wars and the conflicts and creating weapons even worse than nuclear weapons. So Klaatu's race and his people chose to be at peace, to have as little violence as possible. Like he said, they're not perfect, right? But they do their best, and maybe that's what the message of this movie is try to promote peace. Let's see if there are any fun facts or fun trivia about this movie. Oh, interesting. The army refused to cooperate after reading the script. The National Guard had no such qualms and gladly offered their cooperation. This is saying that if you're an American producer and you want to get some impressive combat scenes in a movie, you can actually call the Department of Defense and ask for some of their fancy equipment and appropriate servicemen who happen to be free. Wow, I did not know that. If the film is positive about the military, it is good public relations. If the movie is really good, it may even be good for military recruiting. For example, after the release of Top Gun, the number of young men enlisting with a desire to be naval aviators went up by 500%. Wow, so in some cases, the Department of Defense actually provide, they actually cooperate to help producers make a movie. But of course, if they don't like the film, then they will not cooperate with you. For example, the DoD rejected Forrest Gump because the army protagonist was stupid. Well, that is an interesting fact which I did not know. There's a deleted scene from the movie. There was a scene in which Klaatu is taken to a police station along with other men who are suspected of being the spaceman. Klaatu admits he has no ID. He is nearly taken to another area where eyewitnesses would be able to identify him as Klaatu. Thankfully, the military intervened because Professor Barnhart is asking to see Mr. Carpenter. Oh, okay. Alright. So this explains why Klaatu is taken from the boarding house by a government agent, but is then seen entering Barnhart's home accompanied by an army captain. That specific cutscene would have already, tied all this together, but Robert Wise said that it would disrupt the flow of the film, so he took the scene out. I think he should have included it though, would have made for less confusion. In the initial script, Klaatu was supposed to survive the bullets via this applied labodnum that brought him back to life temporarily in the final cut. Unfortunately, censors didn't like that ending. They didn't want him to be invincible and surviving the bullets. So in the end, they forced the line, "That power is reserved for the Almighty Spirit." What does Klaatu Barada Nikto mean? There is no answer, because apparently it's just something that they cooked up and they thought it sounded good. There's no official translation by the director himself. As a homage to this film, George Lucas named 3 of the alien bounty hunters in his Star Wars trilogy Klaatu, Barada, and Nikto. In the scenes where we saw Gort carrying Helen or Gort carrying Klaatu, lightweight look-alike dummies were used because the actor for Gort couldn't actually carry either of the actor or actress. Yeah, I remember the scene where you can clearly see the strings attached to Helen. The strings were so obvious that it was pretty funny. And inside the ship, when Gort was carrying Klaatu was actually sitting on a dolly, which was out of camera angle, to support his weight because Gort was unable to actually carry Klaatu. And there you have it, the day the Earth stood still. Now next, we have a more thrilling movie coming up, which is Psycho from 1960. So I will see you in the next video. Peace.